Action.
So you want to see the real Lagos?
Yes.
Hello, how are you guys?
Hi,
Hi.
we're doing well.
Oh, first of all, thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. And I just want to say thank you and congratulations for this year's project. Thank you and congratulations to you three.
No wahala, but you have to do what I say.
Deal.
What means Iwaju?
Iwaju is shortened from a Yoruba phrase. The full phrase is Ojo Iwaju, and Ojo Iwaju means the day in front or the day ahead. So we just use it to represent the future because there's no direct word in Yoruba that means future.
Lagos traffic.
Wow.
How do you feel after working on such an awesome project? How do you feel after all of this work?
It's a very weird feeling, at least on my end, in that it's kind of the dream I had when we were starting Kugali, the Kugali dream, if I had to call it that, right? So I had my own dream. This was the Kugali dream, to share African stories all over the world. So it's a weird feeling where I'm satisfied I did that. And then there's a second level of the feeling, which is a little bit more surreal, which is like, we have to do something that's at least 3 times better than this next. And my head is kind of running on that. So it's a weird feeling where I'm having great enjoyment, but I'm also having this haunting thing in the back of my head of like, how do we make sure this film, like we make a film way, way better than this after, like 10 times even. It's like a weird thing as a creative. You always want to outdo yourself. And because the process on this takes so long, right? It took us about, what, 4 years and a half? You are improving as an artist in yourself. So you look at the work you did on year 1, you're like, I wish I was me now then, which is not possible, but that goes in for the next project.
Tola, you just had to go. If you had just waited until Daddy took you.
What inspired this story? Where come from the inspiration for this story?
The inspiration from this story comes from Lagos, Nigeria, where I was born and raised till I was about 15 years old. We've often coined Iwaju colloquially as a love letter to Lagos, because I wanted to, as an immigrant living in England, you know, I'd always wanted to give people the Lagos experience, especially people who don't have the opportunity to travel there. You know, you describe many things and people don't know what is real and what you're exaggerating. And of course, the story is futuristic, it's sci-fi, but it's still very much rooted in modern Lagos today. So Lagos is pretty much the core inspiration behind this story.
Tola! Oh yeah, sorry. It's enough, thank you.
Talking about futuristic things, we saw a lot of machines in this story. Do you think that tomorrow machines could replace human beings?
I don't think machines can ever replace human beings because machines are tools and tools just serve a purpose. They make us more efficient, but they never replace us.
Okay, and what is the difference for you between a machine and a human beings? For you, the most difference?
The soul. That's like that in this one is a human being, you have a soul. And the impressive thing about human beings is not perfection, it's the imperfections, right? So the imperfections kind of lead to different branches that create something better. So machines do things the way we want them to do it. So they have a certain direction. As it's a machine, it's very robotic, right? It's very stagnant in that direction. Whereas human beings are very varied. And some of the things where today some people will say would be something that is not great for the world today, like in terms of what human beings are. Maybe in 5 years, someone will find a use for it that will become absolutely amazing. I'm sure back in the days before they invented football, the first person who was kicking a ball around with their legs were like, why is that person doing that weird thing? Now it's a global sport the whole world enjoys. As an example I give on that area.
Otin, where's my daughter? She's your responsibility. Find her.
In this story, we saw 2 kids ready to make sacrifices for their parents to be proud of them. Do you think the next generation could be the guardians on the older generation in the future?
That's a goal, isn't it? Like, you have to make sure the generation that comes after you is better than you. And that's progress. Otherwise, you're going backwards. You want to go forward. So I know personally, I'm going to make it extremely difficult as I can possibly make it by improving as much as I can. But I still wish for somebody to surpass me, just in general, right? That way we know the art is moving forward. At least that's from my perspective. You guys have a different one.
No, I think you coined it perfectly. I think if you look at it in the context of the story, you have someone like Tunde who's extremely successful and has come a very, very, very long way. And that leaves a huge chasm for his daughter to emulate. And I think this actually is born from my own personal experience, but I think many people relate to that dynamic where the previous generation has done something extremely impressive, and there's the question of how can I, in my own way, also follow suit and be impressive in my own way. And I try to reflect that through the character of Tola.
Daddy says it's dangerous, but you know me, I laugh in the face of danger.
I didn't hear you laugh.
If you had a message for the youth, the African youth, who maybe would one day do the same thing than you, what would be this message?
Do you want to share, Tola?
Dreams don't turn to dust.
Okay, that's a good answer. And my last question, I'm a little bit curious to know, what is the first thing you're going to do after this interview?
After this interview? I was in the gym before the interview. I'm going back to the gym after. Ziki, Tola.
What about you guys?
Have some food.
Food, text people.
Have a good day, and thank you so much for this interview. And once again, congratulations for this awesome project. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
From Disney Animation and the groundbreaking storytellers of Kugali. Happy birthday, Tola. This is Oti. You want stars for a pet?
It's great.
Comes a Disney Plus limited series.
What would you say if I asked you to go to the mainland?
Set in a futuristic Nigeria.
You want to see the real Lagos?
Yes, let's go.
Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria. Tola, your daddy has done well for himself. This is how to fish in large rivers. Otin, where's my daughter? She's your responsibility. Find her.
Be careful, oh. Some of these people are actually dangerous.
I laugh in the face of danger.
I didn't hear you laugh. Oh.
Tola, I got you now.
Go! Actually, kind of cute. I take that back.